Hey there. I'm gonna do an update on my final shot and where I am as far as weaning off of buprenorphine slash SUBLOCADE entirely. I have been taking the shot since the middle of February. I would say at this point it's been an overall success. I feel like it's given me a chance to live without having to think about taking a daily maintenance medication. It's kind of shown me that I can survive without that. And I feel like it's also lowered the amount of medication that's in my body at any given time. I think that when I was taking a daily dose of Subutex every day, I guess that was a little redundant. When I was doing it daily, I think my dose might have been a little too high because as soon as I went on the SUBLOCADE shot, I did have about a week of adjustment where I was dealing with very mild withdrawal symptoms. And they went away and I adjusted, and ever since then it's been a pretty solid ride. I do notice that when the moments very shortly after I receive my shot, I do get that weird little boost, like that kick that if you have any history of using opioids recreationally, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I do feel it in my body. Like, I'm very aware of its presence, so to speak, but that evaporates very rapidly, and I go back to feeling normal and stable and steady and all that. So it's been about 2.5 weeks since I had my final SUBLOCADE shot, and right now I feel pretty much fine. I should, because it's only been a couple weeks. Now, I will be checking in again in about 4 weeks, because that's when the human body slowly starts to get rid of those stores of medication that have kind of built up over time. So just to recap, when you switch to or begin on the SUBLOCADE shot, you start off with a 300 milligram loading dose for the first month, and then another 300 milligram loading dose for the second month. And then from then on out, except for very special circumstances, I don't think it's very common, but everyone goes down to 100 milligrams a month to maintain your levels. And that worked for me. I didn't ever require a backup or emergency dose. I didn't require any extra daily meds. And I do know of some people that had to continue to take a very small dose of Suboxone or Subutex every day. I did not need to do that. I've also prepared myself for this. I started taking some vitamins and supplements a few weeks ago. I have forced myself to go back to the gym on a regular basis, because that helps me a lot when it's time to start dealing with those potential withdrawal symptoms, because it might happen. I mean, you never know. And I'm just trying to keep my mind open and understanding of the possibilities. But I'm also, I don't want to psych myself out and say I'm screwed. I'm definitely going down like the Titanic, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to feel okay. I think I might have an adjustment period, and I think I might feel a little low, especially with energy. But my doctor has really helped me out to prepare with that, prepare for that. I am on Wellbutrin. I take 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin a day. and that helps with dopamine production in the brain. It's something that I've always struggled with anyway, so I really needed to be on it. It did take a few weeks for me to notice the positive effects of that medication, but it has really helped me a lot. Like, I feel like my head's in the game. I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like I have energy. I feel like I can be productive and proactive. And I feel like it helps me manage my ADHD symptoms without having to use Adderall or another stimulant, because I can't do that. Like, I will never be able to take traditional ADHD medication. That's just not going to happen. I do feel like there have been people in my life that have made comments like, I don't want to rock the boat because I don't want to, put you in a bad spot. Like, they're thinking about like having a role in me having a relapse. And I always have to tell them, like, my recovery is 100% my business. It is not your business. It is not my husband's business. It is not my mom's business. It is mine. Certainly not my children's business either. I am in charge of that, and things happen, bad things happen. People make bad choices and consequences come for them, including me. I make bad choices, and, I make mistakes, and I do have to experience those consequences in full. I can't escape them. I just have to, hey, take the brunt. Like, and if consequences send me to a relapse, then my recovery isn't very solid. That means that I needed to do some work. That means that I missed something or that I've become complacent. So you should never be in a blaming spot. You should never be the victim. So if you relapse or you're headed towards a relapse, do not put yourself in the position of victim. Like, it is no one's fault but you, because you're there. Like, you need to take responsibility for your recovery. If you feel like you're headed for a relapse and it's imminent and it's going to happen, or you feel like, oh, like someone did this to me, someone put me here, like, that means that you need to go back and look at what you've missed, or work on yourself, or, take a good, long, hard look at where you are in your recovery. I'm not perfect, dude. Like, I just admitted to the fact that I'm not perfect. Like, I've made mistakes. I've said things that I regret. I don't really have the best impulse control. Hell, I'm an addict. So yeah, no, I've paid the price. And I've actually had people say to me recently, like, I don't want to be responsible for your relapse. I'm like, you're not responsible. I am. So yeah, that was just something I needed to say. Like, I really think, we need to stop being the victims. Like, as addicts, we put ourselves in that victim mindset for a long time, and part of recovery is getting out of it and becoming 100% responsible for where you are. So anyway, I will be back in about 4 weeks to give you guys another update if anybody is listening. But yeah, this concludes my update. Take care and stay strong.